nigga us. Duck jab hooks in it through the roof with an uppercut. Tell the truth, shut the devil up. In the booth, I'm untouchable. Crazy thing they with me. Yeah, crazy thing they with me. Run up on me, baby, so you gon' see. Yeah, got power from my head and my feet. Yeah.
Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. Round of applause and you go, that's it. Damn, that's a bomb with a flick on my wrist. Jersey on my chest, that's a team that I rep. Came in as a rookie, now I'm ballin' like a vet. If you talking crazy, better say it with your chest. Hit him with the right, then I hit him with the left. Ooh, ooh, then the juke move. High swing, stiff arm, lights out, you snooze. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic.
2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. Here's Howard on 1st and 10. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. The numbers for Diggs from a week ago: 9 catches, 78 yards.
That was a nice job there pulling that one in. Now, this is an offense that will certainly spread the ball around a bit, and this is a guy the defenses had better focus on.
On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
The
Bills had 0-2 here to begin the season. And listen, they made their share of mistakes in these first 2 games, CD, but talking with them in the days leading up to this one, doesn't seem like they've lost any confidence.
I would agree with that. And what they told us was that they weren't planning on making any drastic changes. They didn't see the need to shake things up. They were going to continue to plow ahead. They thought they had the right guys on the team and in the locker room. But they do have to start winning some games.
And that will be incomplete. The Bills send the punter out. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Dolphin football. Here is Tua Tagovailoa heading out to lead this Miami offense.
And I think if you're handing out hardware through 2 weeks of the season, he might be your MVP. Already 7 touchdown passes in just 2 games. As we do know, though, in real life, they don't hand you out anything this early. A lot of games left to get through between now and the playoffs.
Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And he finds his target. It's Schultz.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred it.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Von Miller, he was was the one getting in there, able to wreak his usual havoc.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
The fumble on 1st down now. Here's 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Howard. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a 1st down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Howard. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. To throw is Howard. To throw on 2nd down. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. 1st and 10, it's Patterson. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll go again with Patterson. Down to the 25. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. Howard. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And the Bills will take a 3-0 lead. Well, both teams kind of feeling each other out here. And now after 3 drives, we have a score with that field goal.
Yeah, they're still waiting for their breakout drive to come to them, all right? They're using the playbook well. They're looking for that extra section that says touchdowns instead of field goals, but they'll take the 3 for now and try and get set up for more later.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, called it the 21. So Miami coming out for their second drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for. That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead. A look at the numbers for Harris in last week's game. 17 carries, 78 yards.
They're coming off of back-to-back wins, and I think a lot of credit belongs to this guy right here because, to me, he's not only carried his weight, he's carried a few other guys along as well. He's helped draw defensive attention away from not just him, but open things up for his teammates, too. So if this winning streak is going to continue to have some legs to it,
he has to remain effective and put together another nice game.
Tagovailoa going to try and throw on third down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The Buffalo defense does its job, and it's fourth down.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it on line, but it comes up about a rotation short. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
So here are the Bills to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Good field position to start the drive after the missed field goal. Here's first down from the 42. Throwing to start the drive. Howard. Over the middle, he gets it to Patterson. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Straight ahead, Patterson. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's second and 3. Again, Patterson. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. Flushed out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from home. Incomplete. Now it's third down. Howard on third down. And that is incomplete. Eddie Pinheiro on now. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. This is up and good from Pinheiro. And that will make it 6-0. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks will tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. Miami set to take over. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
I believe I could see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room. Too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught, 11 on the field, those sidelines can become the 12th defender. It worked to the defense's advantage on that play.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. Finding Harris on back-to-back plays. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get him 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
$6-0 our score after 1. The Bills with a football as we start quarter number 2. The Bills on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Bradley Chubb drops him for a loss of 10. And it's going to be 4th and long.
So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards.
And that will come the offense as they take over.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10
at their own 44. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Catch made here by Campbell. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down.
Tua.
That one caught by Tyreek Hill.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them to 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10.
And he's going to drop this down to Harris, middle of the field. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Tua. He finds his man complete. It's Schultz.
And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit. And that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Tua sets up to pass it. Over the middle, hauled in by Campbell. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Harris will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. Again, it's Harris, but he will lose yardage here as they knock him back to the 3.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit.
The kick by Sanders is good, and they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So if you like field goals, you've come to the right spot. We've won 3 so far.
Well, this is a football game, right? You like where I went with that? How about that?
I like it.
Okay, but hey, let's face
face it, in this game right now, both defenses have responded well. They're trying to hold the line on this. You just wonder if anyone can break through with a touchdown and put some pressure on their opposition.
Buffalo offense back out ready to go. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the first.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Now Howard throwing on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Second down and 6 now from the 42. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Bradley Chubb. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another, because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down. Back to throw. Howard. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
The Bills send the punter out as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll start the drive with Harris. And he gets this up just shy of the 15. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a first down.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever's in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14. First down, and they go back to Harris. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Tua going to throw. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, a pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And it'll be a third and about 13.
Well, sometimes despite the best planning, the defense actually has a plan as well. And they blanketed everyone on that play. They were able to close it down and spill them for a loss.
This offense so far on third down, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Looking to throw. Howard. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Many teams, as soon as they spot man defense, if they haven't called a hitch, they'll get to it as fast as they can. They want to put the ball in the hands of one of their best playmakers and hope that he can break a tackle on the outside and go for big yardage.
The Bills send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And a good result there as that'll get out of bounds and pin them back at their 10-yard line.
Offense returns to the field. There's the running back, the bruiser from Alabama, Damian Harris.
And no doubt he's come out of the gate strong. Only in week 3, and you see the numbers thus far.
And we always talk about identity, setting a tone, you know, getting the groundwork laid for the season or for a game. And that's what they've done with the running game so far. It reminds me of when I first went to the University of Tennessee. And believe it or not, I was a quarterback for a day and a half. And the first practice session, the first play we ran was 28 pitch, which is a toss sweep. And I remember the offense coordinator saying, that's our identity. That's our bread and butter. That's the basis of our offense. We got to get that down right here, right now. I think we're seeing some of that in this running game here.
So did you not get that down, and that's why you were moved to the defense, or what?
I don't know for that reason, but I do know I saw a couple of guys throw, and immediately they were saying, you know, you need to learn how to back that.
Hey, you turned into a heck of a DB, though, partner. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hill.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Tua. Over the middle, complete. It's Harris. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Got a man, it's Waddle, complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another 1st down.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Albert O, his first touchdown here of the new campaign.
That could be an important swing right there. Touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And he's got it as the lead is now 10-6. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
This one fielded at the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Bills going to take over now late in this first half.
And with a little under a minute remaining, we'll see if they want to try to put a drive together, possibly even take the lead here with a touchdown. Howard now on first down. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Third down, here's Patterson. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. The Bills send the punter out as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. 36 yards on the punt with no return. Jalen Waddle, the speedster wide receiver, brings out this offense. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. This time they stay on the ground, and this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And taken right at the 35. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Time for a look around the NFL here in Week 3 of the new year. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. With that, let's take a look at the next-gen stats for Buffalo in that first half. And they did not do much at all in terms of throwing the football in those first 2 quarters. That's going to need to improve if they want to erase this deficit. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they had a little more success than their counterparts did in the passing game, as evidenced by the numbers there.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. This one taken just inside the 10. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down. Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And going deep for Hill. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And taken right on the 30. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Here's Howard looking to throw on 2nd down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Brandon, how about that reaction there from the defensive end? Able to recognize the screen pass trying to happen. Broke off his pass rush, and then get back to tackle the running back. That's a very athletic and intelligent play. Reminds me of you working out and seeing that the treadmill's open and getting there before anyone else.
See, I know you're just patronizing me right now. Everybody knows at home that is nothing but a shot at me, and I'll take it, absorb it, and we'll move on. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Patterson, he'll try it up the middle. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Now flags will come in. One of the Bills got going a little early. Oh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Back to throw. Howard. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Emmanuel Ogbah that time able to drop him for a loss. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously. Led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football.
And the ball is knocked out. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. If you got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That's Gregory Rousseau getting in there to bring him down.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. On 3rd down, here's Harris. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down.
And that was a good run, and it should get the attention of the defense, but they can't just dwell on it. They've been playing so well this entire game. Maybe they just look at it and say, okay, congratulations, you got one on us, and just not let it turn into more.
So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit. From the left hash, it's an even 15-yard attempt. Sanders' kick is good, and that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
Buffalo set to get the football back here. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
Patterson running between the tackles. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Howard. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Emmanuel Ogbah picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
The Bills send the punter out as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Here's Hill on the return. Dances by him. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hill.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Only needing 2 yards on second down.
They'll set up a throw. And he'll just get rid of it. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on first down, but unable to do much from there.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead.
So the big return had them fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And Davis has it over the middle.
Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player.
We'll get an update when we come back to Miami.
A handoff for Patterson. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Oh, twisting away.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Out of the gun, a run with Patterson.
And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. To throw is Howard. To throw on 2nd down. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun. Howard buying time to his left. A beautiful fake. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. Part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Howard.
Pass delivered successfully to Knox on the out route.
That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Back to the ground now. Patterson.
Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. This defense has not surrendered a touchdown yet. You better believe they're determined not to here on 3rd and goal. Steps, touchdown! Dawson Knox, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Bills have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
Taking it about the 1. And he returns this to the 22. Miami's offense set and ready to go. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
This will be caught. It's Waddle.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Now back to throw. Campbell making the catch. Throwing again on 2nd down.
Tua. Back to the same target. Campbell.
And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 39. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 39-yard line. Here's Tua. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick.
And the Bills are going to take possession of the football.
A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
A golden opportunity for them now following the interception. They need to try to at least get 3. Obviously, a touchdown puts them in a much more secure position. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Howard on 1st and 10. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, that's unfortunate because he had a nice run going, but give credit to the defense. They got a hand in the cookie jar there, CD.
You have to think about vision, finding a place to get down after you know you've gotten all you can out of a run, and obviously ball security is paramount. In today's football, everyone's coming after the rock. You've got to make sure you protect it and protect the yardage you just gained.
Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10
from back at their own 10-yard line. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. Showed some strong running, but quickly corralled just beyond the 10-yard line. Again, it's Harris on second down. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. The Dolphins on third down, not getting the job done at all. A very poor 1 for 10. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Gets around him. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. 1st and 10, it's Patterson. He's got it to the 43 here. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun. Howard going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now Howard throwing on 1st down. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Looking to throw. Howard. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This will be a 37-yard attempt. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And the Bills have tied the game here in the 4th. Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the 4th.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And we essentially have a brand-new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest to this 4th quarter. On 1st down, Tagovailoa. Open net is Waddle, complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. Oh, look at the juke. 46 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. Looking sideline, incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Harris running straight ahead. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. They'll come to the line here, needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Finding Harris over the middle. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
They certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 42-yard line. Looking to pass. Tua. Gets this to Campbell out on the right side. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. On the give, this is Harris. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. And the question now, can they get closer on 3rd down? A field goal from here, you're looking at right about a 52-yarder. Now here's another carry for Harris. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They hand this off to Harris. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll run. Here's Harris. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Harris. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This for the lead in the final stages. The kick by Sanders is good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final quarter.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
So the Bills now down on the scoreboard. A little under a minute to go. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. That's caught by Shakir. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They'll look to throw. Able to find Patterson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Now the Bills will hustle to the line. Eluding the pressure right. Another completion right back to Patterson. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Back to throw. He'll find his man on the comeback route. Complete. What a game we were treated to in this one. And then on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but